What's happening, guys? It's Bharat Nagpal for iGyan.in, and this is the LG Optimus 4X HD, also known as the P880. Now this is their quad-core answer to the HTC One X, the Samsung Galaxy S3, and other phones available in the market. And honestly, the first time around, LG has made quite a mark with me when it comes to making a device that is truly worthy of its status. So let's go on with the full review, and I'll tell you why this guy over here has impressed me more than I expected it to. Let's talk about the build quality. Now, initial hands-on of the phone made me feel like the phone was not so well built, whereas it felt a little weak. It felt that it was flimsy, and I actually felt that I might break this device when I start using it. But when I did start using this device, and I did use it for quite some time, the build quality and the construction of this is absolutely flawless. I mean, there is zero squeaking or rattling from the device. The back cover is extremely smooth to touch. It's really soft, and the edges and the whole frame and the structure of the device is really rigid. You do have Gorilla Glass on top over here, so it's quite scratch resistant and impact resistant as well. So you have strengthened glass, you have great overall build quality, pretty impressive. The camera lens also sits below the back cover, so it's away from scratches unless something directly hits onto it. If you keep it flat on the table, the camera lens does not get scratched, so that's something which we found was absolutely phenomenal. It appears to be above the back cover, but it's actually depressed a little bit, so it's on the inside. We absolutely love this flush 3.5mm connector. The overall design and form factor of the phone makes it really comfortable to hold in the hand, makes it one of the good phones. It actually feels really good. It fits into any slim pocket. So let's take an overall look of what's happening on the outside of the device. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the camera on the front. It's a 1.3 megapixel camera. It is capable of good quality video chats. You do have a set of sensors up here. You have the LG logo and the earpiece up top, and just below that you have a true HD IPS LCD display. This is a capacitive touchscreen, and you do have a 4.7-inch display diagonally from here to here, and it has a resolution of 720 by 1280 pixels, so it makes it a total of 312 pixels per inch, not too far away from the Retina display, so really high resolution on the device. Like I said earlier, this has Corning Gorilla Glass, so it's extremely resistant to scratches and impacts, so a strengthened glass in the front. You also have three nicely lit buttons at the bottom over here. You can see they light up really nicely when the device is turned on. Now on the side of the device, it's really difficult to show on camera, but there is this textured design. I don't know if you guys can see that in the reflection of the light, but there is this textured design that looks extremely nice, gives this device a nice and premium look according to me. Some people may not like it, but I actually really like that look. You have the power button and the volume rocker on the side, both of which are really tactile. They're the only physical buttons on the device. I would have really appreciated a camera button, but that's missing. 3.5mm headphone jack. You do have a noise cancelling microphone on the top, which is decently good. On the back you have an 8 megapixel camera, autofocus. You also have LED flash, and this does do full HD 1080p videos, which I will show you once we get into the camera section. Let's talk about hardware on the inside. It's got an NVIDIA Tegra 3 processor, so absolutely good hardware. It's got a quad-core 1.5 GHz Cortex A9, and you have a ULP GeForce GPU. So in terms of processor and in terms of graphics, it's great. In terms of RAM, it's got 1 GB of RAM, and it also has 16 GB of inbuilt storage. You also get 32 GB of expandability via micro SD, and you do have a cloud storage account linked with this, which gives you 25 GB of cloud storage as well. Out of the 16 GB inside this phone, you get 12 GB actually available to the user. Let's quickly take a look at the user interface. Now this is the nice and brilliantly lit lock screen. You can take a sneak peek at what's happening inside from the lock screen, which I absolutely love this new interface that LG has developed. It looks absolutely stunning. Now you can see that the status bar or the notification bar at the top continues to show even in the lock screen. You can take a quick look at what's happening inside your phone, or you can just slide away to completely unlock the device. Now you can see that the screen is really nice and vivid. Colors are reproduced really nice, and viewing angles of the screen are absolutely brilliant. The levels of black on this are also very deep. You can see we have some black over here within this wallpaper, absolutely deep levels of black, and I'll play back a couple of videos to show you that as well. You can also customize these shortcuts, and if you just simply pick on one of these and slide out, it directly goes into that particular app, for example the camera app, and it's really easy to click a picture as well. What LG has done is allowed you to use the volume rocker as a camera shutter button, so that takes care of the lack of a camera shutter button over here. So let's come back into the main screen now. Just like any other Android device, you have 7 customizable screens. You can add more screens, and you can delete screens. You can also set your default screen as a different one as opposed to what comes as stock. So if you don't want the center lock screen to be the main home screen, you can change it around, and every time you press home, it will come back to that main screen. So very easy to customize a user interface. You can just hold down on the home screen, and it allows you to drop in icons as well. It allows you to drop in shortcuts of your apps. It allows you to drop in shortcuts, and it gives you the full list of downloaded applications right here. It also lets you choose from downloads, your widgets, and also lets you customize your wallpapers directly from here, which is absolutely brilliant. There's also another sort of customization that it allows you to do, and that is change the theme of the OS. A lot of people don't like the LG user interface. So LG has given you a couple of options for the screen, and it allows you to change the full theme. And I'm just going to show you that in 1 second. So if you come into home screen customizations, you can go into themes, and you can change from the standard Optimus theme, which is not liked by a lot of people, to something which is called a business theme. I love this new cozy wall theme that they have. They also have a slightly younger theme which is called Marshmallow. I like the cozy wall theme, which I currently have on right now, and it looks really good. And the best thing about it, just like I showed in the unboxing video, is that in case you don't like any particular icon, you can quickly go into the icons and change the icon or create a photo icon by taking a photo or choosing an existing photograph from your library. So you can see that day-to-day usage, basic usage, swiping, very smooth. Sliding down the notification panel, you'll be able to see all your notifications over here. Just like ice cream sandwich style, you can slide your notifications to dismiss them, and you can press this convenient X to get rid of all your notifications. You also have these quick launch toolkits on the top for your most frequently used settings for Wi-Fi, sound, Bluetooth, syncing, rotation, GPS, NFC. You can also edit these. So you can edit these quick settings. If you can rearrange them, and you can add more if you want, or you can reduce them to a minimum of whatever you want it to be. So that works for me as well, because I like the fact that you can customize this top panel. You can also jump into your full settings quickly from here with that little sprocket button that you see. So that's great. I'm going to quickly jump into the dialer over here and show you that you have a really nice dialer. Very nice and large dialer, easy to dial on. You unfortunately don't have video calling capabilities over here, so you can't initiate video calls from the dialer. So the front facing camera is left only for VoIP services. I don't really know if somebody ever actually uses the 3G video calling feature, because I've never honestly used it, and I would rather Skype with people than call them on 3G. You also have call logs in any Android fashion. You can initiate a callback from here. You have a nice contact list which you can scroll through using the letter, and then it automatically creates your favorites if you don't create them yourself. Really like the dialer, really nice and large. You can quickly make a call, and the loudspeaker, however, is a big disappointment because it's not loud at all, and it sounds absolutely horrible. The earpiece and the microphone are perfect. The loudspeaker, or the back over here, it's at the bottom over here, is quite a big disappointment for the device. Possibly the only real thing that I dislike about this device is the loudspeaker, because honestly, if you're on a call and you put this phone on loudspeaker, you will never be able to hear the person on the opposite side. Okay, so that's that. Let's quickly jump into messaging. I'll show you the messaging panel. This is what your messaging panel looks like. Of course, you get threaded SMS messages, so you get your recipients, senders messages on your left, your messages on your right. You can easily compose a new message as well. The keyboard is almost like an iPhone keyboard. It looks exactly like that. You have Google Voice to Text here as well. The keyboard is really easy to type. You get predictive text at the bottom. You can convert from portrait to landscape, and you get a widescreen keyboard. Really nice. Again, on the display it looks really nice. You also have some keyboard settings that you can do over here, and you can get some haptic feedback. You can also have handwriting inputs. So all these things you can customize from the keyboard settings. Really easy to use. So you have a couple of options for the English keyboard. You can choose the QWERTY keyboard. You can also get the phone keyboard, the original 9-digit keyboard. And you can also get handwriting in, and you can also get shape writer, which is almost like swipe, which again makes it really easy to type on. It's like swipe. It works great across the phone. It's really fast and responsive, and you won't have any issues using this device for messaging, emailing. Really fast and responsive keyboard. The screen is brilliant to touch. Now, before I go into the browser and show you what browsing is like on this device, I must tell you that this device possibly has the best battery life out of all the three devices that we have reviewed. The One X, the Galaxy S3, and this has phenomenal battery life. It goes on for sometimes even 3 days without requiring a charge. So I'm really impressed with the battery life. Basic usage, phone calls and messaging, you will have no complaints. This device does not heat up at all. So in terms of hardware, this device has been really well made. So now it's time to show you guys the browsing experience. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to load up Chrome. Since we are on Ice Cream Sandwich on this device, I'm going to load up iGyan.in on Google Chrome and show you how that looks on the LG Optimus 4X HD, which is running on Ice Cream Sandwich. So once the website is fully loaded, you'll be able to see the kind of responsive browser that we have over here. Absolutely fluid and smooth. You can see how quickly it's responding. It's almost responding faster than I can move it around. Very responsive user interface. Once you let it load up completely, it comes back into the screen with the images. Very smooth kinetic scrolling, very smooth panning and rendering. Really nice. Very impressed with the online performance, especially on Google Chrome. And the stock browser is pretty good as well, but I really love the kind of performance. The kind of fluidity you get with Google Chrome is completely unmatched. Very smooth device. Very responsive. Even in browsing, you can see that a full text and image heavy website like ours has been loaded up quite quickly and looks really good. You can also see that text is really crisp and easily read on the high brightness LCD display. I'll also play back a video from YouTube. So you have the Funbook Pro video that was recently updated. I'm just going to forward that a little bit. You can actually see how vivid and bright the display is over there. Playing back videos is absolutely brilliant. Streaming is absolutely smooth, and full HD videos play back without any problems whatsoever. The only thing that lacks in video playback is the speaker phone. Like I said earlier, it's possibly the only big disappointment that I have from the LG Optimus 4X HD. Time for some gaming. Now I got a couple of games over here that I'm going to show you guys. So let's start with Blood and Glory. So apart from the fact that gaming is really smooth on this phone, you'll also notice one more thing while playing games and while watching videos. LG has done something really smart with the LG Optimus 4X HD, is that it disables the back button and the menu button when you're watching a video or playing a game. So that stops you from accidentally touching these buttons while in a game. The home button, however, continues to work. High graphic games like Asphalt and Nova 3 work really well on this device. So it's time to run a benchmark for you guys, and I'm going to run Quadrant Standard, and I just quit all applications before doing that. So it's time to run Quadrant. So the device chalks in a score of 3573, which is fairly decent for the stock ROM. I'll also run Nina Mark II and see what the performance is like on this. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that. That was absolutely stellar benchmarks for the LG Optimus 4X HD. 51.2 on the Nina Mark II score chart, which is quite a nice score. I'm going to come back into the camera now. I'm going to talk about the camera. This camera is really great, and the great little add-on that LG has done for not giving you a camera shutter button is they've allowed you to use the volume rocker as a shutter button to quickly click images. So you can use the volume up button or the volume down button. It really doesn't matter. You can use any of the two buttons to click an image of whatever you're looking at. You can also switch to the front-facing camera and look at some of our camera gear. You also have some settings for the front-facing camera. It lets you take a beauty shot and adjust your skin color after you have taken the image, so that you can make it look smoother and brighter, so you no longer need Fair and Lovely. Ooh, sliders. But you do have some adjustments over here. Come back into the main camera. You get a lot more options in the main camera. You can shoot normal images, HDR images, panoramas, and continuous shots. Continuous pictures, continuous shot takes up to 6 pictures in a row, and then you can choose from the best, or you can choose to have all 6 images in your gallery. Again, if you come into full settings over here, let me come back into normal mode. Then you come into full settings over here. You have lots of settings. You have flash settings, on, off, or auto. Brightness settings, you can adjust the brightness of the image. Focus settings, if you want face tracking or you want autofocus, you also have tap to focus. You can again choose your image size all the way from 8 megapixel down to a basic image size of 1 megapixel. Scene mode settings, you want a portrait shot, you want a landscape shot, sports shot. You have ISO settings, white balance settings, color effects. Timer and geotagging is also in there because we do have a GPS chipset. You also have something which is called time catch shot. So once you click the image, capture a couple of images and give you the best image from that little time catch. You can switch from picture to full HD video mode. Again, you have settings for that. So you can choose your video size all the way from full HD 1080p down to basic MMS size, which is 176 into 144, which I don't know if people still use. Even while in video mode, you still have settings like white balance, color effects, geotagging, and you can turn audio recording on or off. You also have auto review, reset, all those things. You have live effects while in video, so you can choose these little effects. You can also add some backgrounds to your video. Once you do have a subject in frame, it'll add some effects into your background. So that's really nice. You can also make changes to a person's face. You have some zoom settings, and again you can shift to the front facing camera. The only thing really missing from this camera is image stabilization. So I wish they'd added some sort of image stabilization for shaky hands like mine. So the phone does heat up from this area a little bit after prolonged usage. If the display has been on for quite some time, this area tends to heat up. I spoke to LG and they said that it's not a big concern and it's just normal processor usage heat. So this is something which is normal. I'm also gonna show you guys a quick comparison with the HTC One X. In terms of displays, you will see that both have equally bright displays, but somehow the Optimus has a weird bluish tinge to it. I don't know if you guys can see that in the video, but not that the display on this looks bad. It's absolutely stunning, and the display on the One X is also great. But if you notice, when put together, there is a slight blue tint in the display of the LG Optimus 4X HD. Not that it creates any sort of issue. It appears to be much slimmer than the One X, and it doesn't have the curve that the One X has. Build quality on the One X is absolutely superior to the LG Optimus. Speakerphone again is great. Camera, I feel, is really nice on the Optimus, and it does have a great image capture even indoors. So I don't know, I've not really compared the cameras, but I personally feel that the camera on the LG is really great indoors, whereas the HTC One X kind of is a poor performer when it comes to indoor images. In terms of interface, both are running Ice Cream Sandwich with their own customizations. I kind of like the new user interface that LG has added. However, you do have the same sort of things. LG does allow you to customize a step further. It allows you to change your icons. Like I demonstrated earlier, you can just hold down and you can change your icons for your apps. That is an additional customization that LG does. Apart from that, they do give themes, and so does HTC. Same sort of notification panels. And the One X has a different sort of multitasking menu, whereas the One X has the standard Ice Cream Sandwich multitasking menu. To look at a different look for LG altogether, very convenient size, slips easily into the pocket, looks good, performs great, battery life is great. Love the new user interface that LG has gone with. Great overall looking graphics, great overall looking text and images. Brilliant phone dialer over here, brilliant keyboard, and new styles of text input. So overall great phone from LG. Two major disappointments. The loudspeaker is one major disappointment. Hopefully they can fix that with the software update. I don't know if it's possible. The loudspeaker and the fact that it heats up over here, which can get bothersome if you're holding the device. It starts to really get warm over there. So apart from that, no major issues, no major complaints with the 4X HD. Great device from LG. For more unboxing videos, reviews and tutorials, log on to iGyan.in. If you have any questions or queries regarding the 4X HD, please do leave them in the comment section below or on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/iGyan, youtube.com/iGyanTV. For iGyan Networks, this has been Razan. Thank you guys for watching.